Good morning, Ray. How are you doing? I hope you are having a wonderful day and that you are ready to begin working on goals 1 and 2. So to start off with goal number 1, we are going to continue to read and listen to a sentence describing an action or verb and change the sentence in written form to state the verbs in past tense. So as we have been talking about, past tense verbs are telling us something that has already happened, whether it happened yesterday or last week or last year or 10 years ago. They already happened, and that is why we call it past. And sometimes, not always though, we know that they're talking in the past because most words end with ed. The verbs will end with ed. However, that is not the case. We have seen that sometimes the verb changes a little bit, like the spelling, or sometimes they stay the same, whether they're talking about it in the past or in the present. Some words, it's rare, but they might change. They won't change the way you spell them. So that is how we know about past tense. Now with present tense, we know that there are verbs telling us what is happening right now. So like words like smile, drive. We can also put smiling, driving. Words that are anything that is telling us about right now is called present tense, and anything that is mentioning that has already happened, that is mentioned before, is called present tense. Past tense. So for goal number 1 worksheet, we're going to be working on irregular past tense verbs, sheet number 5. So if you can please take out this page, this worksheet. This is the one we are going to be working on today. So in this worksheet, you have 10 questions. I will be doing one with you, and you will be working on the rest on your own. And I'm going to change it up. So for today, I am going to do this bottom one with you. I would consider it question number 3. If we go from side to side, this would be question 1, question 2, and I will be doing question 3 with you today. So here we have a picture, and it's telling us for in present tense, today I fall. However, we need to change this sentence to past tense. We need to change this verb right here to the past. And we are going to write it right here in a complete sentence. So if today I fall, how would we write it for yesterday? Yes, good job. We're going to put yesterday I fell. I am going to write it down, Ray, because the typing does not want to work. So just bear with me, but we were saying that we are going to put yesterday I fell and we're gonna write in a complete sentence. So we're gonna put what we fell with. So fell with a banana peel. So has in the present tense, it would be said, today I fall. In the past tense, it would be said, yesterday I fell with a banana peel. And that is what you are going to be doing for the rest of the questions. If you have any trouble at all or need help, please feel free to reach out to me or Mr. Guzman. We are always here to help. Once you are done with this worksheet, we will begin working on goal number 2. So for goal number 2, Ray, we are going to continue talking about inferences with evidence from a text. So we know that when we are making inferences, we are using clues to figure out what the author's not saying. So we get clues from the book or the text that we are reading, plus what we already know, things that have happened to us, that we have experienced, we have read about, or we have seen, and we put these two things together, and that is how we make inferences. And when we are inferencing, we usually use the words I think, I predict, my guess is, or maybe, because we aren't too sure. However, we can give ourselves an idea of like that we think this is going to happen, or I predict that is going to happen, or you can say maybe it was this. We aren't sure, but you think you're more of a yes and a no, and that is what inferences is. So for today's inferencing worksheet, it is called the volcano. So please take out this worksheet. I will be working with you on this. So this is a worksheet. It is called Making Inferences, the Volcano. So please write your name and today's date. And I will be reading this short passage we have right here. I will be answering question number 1 with you, and you will be doing the rest on your own. So just follow along as I am reading. The explorers were hiking to the highest ridge of the volcano to collect data for science. Beads of sweat were dripping down their bodies as they walked higher and higher. Finally, they reached the top and started collecting the samples for their research. Without warning, the ground beneath them started to tumble powerfully. It's erupting, they screamed. Run! They speed down the volcano as a dark gray cloud swept from above. Ash and rocks started to rain down on them as they raced toward safety. A thunderous boom sounded, and they could feel the heat of the lava behind them. They sprinted down until they reached the helicopter. Up, up, up into the air they went. They just made it out in time. Wow, so they were up a volcano, and then what happened all of a sudden? Yes, the volcano erupted all of a sudden, and they needed to run, and luckily they got to the helicopter just on time. So let's read question number 1 and see what they are asking. How do you think the explorers felt when they noticed the volcano erupting? So you, as yourself, like if you were to be in that situation, how would you have felt? Yes, you would have felt scared. I would have felt really terrified, and I would have run for my life because lava is extremely, extremely hot, and it runs down super quickly, and that could burn you to like a really, really bad degree, maybe like a 3rd degree burn, and that could even kill you. So it is extremely, extremely hot. So for sure, I know I would have felt scared. So based on what you have been reading, on what we just read about the explorers and how you would have felt if that were you, how do you think the explorers felt when they noticed the volcano was erupting? Do you think they were happy because they were going to get to see the volcano erupt? Do you think they got scared because the volcano erupted? Or you think they were mad because they didn't get to reach where they were going? How do you think they felt? I'm going to guess they felt very scared, and that's why they started screaming, run, and they speeded down super, super fast because of what we read and because of what we know of how we would feel. So I am going to put here in a complete sentence, I think, because we are not sure. So we're going to write, I think. I'm going to have to do this in pencil again, Ray, because the typing does not want to work. So as I was saying, we're going to put I think because we aren't sure, but that's what we think, that they were been scared. So we're going to start off with I think they felt scared and started to run. Because that's what happened. They ran. And when you run from something, that means it's that you are scared of it and want to avoid it. So that is what our answer is for question number 1. Now you are going to answer the rest on your own. If you have any questions, reach out to me or Mr. Guzman. If not, once you are done, do not forget to submit a thumbs up for attendance and submit your assignments for today. Once you have done that, you are good for the day, Ray. We will see you here back tomorrow for goals number 3 and 4. Bye. I hope you have a good rest of the day. See you here tomorrow.